Hello everybody, welcome back to Monday is Mine. First episode of the new year. Everybody make some noise. All right, that's enough. Cut it. Boom. One band, one sound. 2026 is here, ladies and gentlemen. We are finally arrived in the new year. Feel like 2016 part 2. We are back at it, and I just hope that with this new year ushering in, Dax is somewhere no longer rapping. I hope that is left in the last year. I hope we don't have to hear that anymore. 2026 is starting off with a bang. Drake, ADIN, Ross, and DJ Academics. This the crazy three names to mention in quick succession. You might have got scared just now. You might have flinched when I said Drake, ADIN, Ross, and DJ Academics. It might have hit you. That's worse than saying Bloody Mary 3 times in a mirror. But those three individuals and more were hit with a RICO charge going into 2026 because of the state gambling shit. They are accused of using the state gambling tipping feature to exchange money for plays on Drake's music. And I am just giddy. This is one of the best feelings in the world. And that's how I know this is gonna be my year. As a nigga who hates people, the first thing I hear when I wake up is, oh yeah, Drake got hit with a RICO. I'm like, oh man. And then you tell me, oh yeah, ADIN Ross is involved too. Now I'm smiling ear to ear, like the Cheshire cat. My teeth are all out. You can see everything, bro. My gums and all. I'm smiling so hard, bro. The shit might break my face. I'm smiling so hard. And then they say, oh yeah, and DJ Academics. I can't describe to you the smile that was on my face. I looked like the nigga from Courage the Cowardly Dog that was giving those really crazy haircuts and was like, and then I had to get naughty. That's how I looked in there. I looked naughty. I looked crazy. Yeah, Drake getting hit with this is just, I mean, look, obviously nothing's 100% concrete proven, but you were saying niggas was using bots for streaming, man, and now it's you using bots for streaming. The stake shit to me never looked legal. I don't know if you niggas have been looking, but like the state gambling shit, I feel like anybody with a little bit of sense looked at it and was like, you know, like I can't say that there's something illegal going on here. But there might be something illegal going on here. I like it smelled like a duck, looked like a duck, quacked like a duck. It might be illegal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, this is crazy. This is one of the greatest moments I've ever seen in my life. They said it was like allegedly back in like 2023, there was like $100,000 tip exchange between Drake and like ADIN Ross, and that was payment using for him. I honestly, I can't make heads or tails of it all. I just hope them niggas go to jail. That's really what I'm here for. I'm hoping for the worst case scenario. Firing squad for Mr. ADIN Ross and DJ Academics and Drake. Get them all out of here, man. Let's get it out. Let's get it done. ADIN Ross, I just cannot stand that nigga, bro. The world would be better off. That image where it's like the floating cars, the utopia, that's what life would be like if he was never born. We would be so far into the future, it's not even funny. Mario Chalmers would be a good basketball player. Everything would be better, bro. John Morant would have never pulled a gun out if ADIN Ross didn't exist. This is somehow all connected them. You ever seen Fairly Odd Parents? When they showed Timmy that if he was never born, everything was perfect. Like his dad and Dinkelberg was like friends. Like everything was good. There was no wrong in the world. World hunger was fixed. That's what it would be like if we got rid of ADIN Ross. ADIN Ross, recently, the only thing he's done to make me mad recently outside of existing, the FAZE situation that's currently ongoing, of course, everything has handprints on it from Mr. ADIN Ross because he's just a horrible nigga. I'm gonna get into this later too, but Facebook is talking about how he said the N-word and ADIN Ross is like, no man, don't apologize. Hey bro, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You might need to apologize to that grand jury you about to be seeing, brother. They about to get you up out of here, man. Yeah, nah, man. I need niggas to start doing research on whose stream they going on before you just link up with niggas. You can't go on a nigga's stream. I understand Unc don't got internet. A lot of these older niggas don't got internet. They don't look into who they going on. The agent be like, yo, it's a nigga out here who paying you this amount of money just to show up on camera for a little bit. And you like, oh, that's free money. Nah, that's not free. Everything that's free ain't free, man. You going on that stream, you shaking hands with Hitler. That's like, if we being honest. And then on to the FAZE situation. If you don't know, you're not a gamer, you probably don't really know anything about FAZE, or you might, and it might all be negative because there's really been nothing positive about that group of people, bro. But the FAZE group is kind of over with. Everybody has left, bro. Plaque Boy, Max, Silky, all them niggas, Jev is gone. Everybody has really just left FAZE, and it led to a lot of arguing. Honestly, I don't know what them niggas is mad about. I think the contracts is crazy. The only thing I care about is the response video from Mr. FAZE Banks. He got on his computer and he put on his little fitted cap that he's been wearing since I was a wee lad. I've never seen that nigga without the hat on. He got this shit on all the time. And he turned on his camera and he said, "Hey man, you guys are making fun of me. You saying I said the N-word, and I did say the N-word, but I shouldn't have said it. I just got emotional and I said, man, F all you N's." And then he went on to say, "I'm R slur. I shouldn't have said it." And it's like, damn, you slurring while apologizing for slurring. It's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Also, realistically, if you know who FaZe Banks is, like I know who FaZe Banks is it really a surprise that he said nigga, man? Like, are we really like go look up a picture of FaZe Banks if you don't know who he is right now. And I want you to come back and comment, do you think that guy says nigga? I'm willing to bet everybody is saying yes. He fit the mold. When he was like, oh, yeah, I said it, I wasn't like, what? I was like, oh yeah, I expect that. I can't stop him. I'm not hanging around this nigga. I don't know where he be at. I wish he wouldn't, but I don't know where he be at. I can't stop that nigga. Nigga driving around in the Urus or something, bro. That he got from ill-gotten gains. And that nigga tried to hit a fuck you, I hate you, nigga, let's die moment. He started saying, yeah, other niggas have said it before too, and you know they've said it, and you don't have a problem with it. He was naming names. He was snitching. He was like, yo, I'm not going, yo, they caught us, bro. They like, nigga was wild. And then I saw like niggas that were mad about him being with Charlie D'Amelio. I don't know how to say that girl name, bro. And I really don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. I didn't know who she was until like, I want to say a month ago. You know, I didn't know who she was until last year. And then I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Those are two adults, bro. I think that girl's like 23 or some sort. And at that point, it's like, nah, that's an adult, man. I can't really get with y'all on that one. She was only 23, you sick fuck. Y'all niggas is fucking. But even that response was wild. He posted a screenshot of him on the phone with her for 54 minutes. It's like, get off the phone, man. No, this has been one of the funniest moments of my life, bro. The idea of being FaZe has long lost its luster. Back when I was playing Black Ops 1, a nigga said he was in FaZe. You almost had to G-check him. Like, yo, you ain't FaZe, fuck, nigga. How you FaZe? You 0.75 KD, nigga. You suck, nigga. You not FaZe. FaZe would be way better than you. You check niggas for saying it was FaZe. They had FaZe in their gamer tag. You was like, yo, you not FaZe, bro. Delete that shit. Spend the gamer points or whatever the fuck they was called, your Microsoft points to change that shit right now, fuck nigga. I've never seen you quick scope nobody. You can't be FaZe, loser. And then as I grew up, it just lost its luster, man. Niggas was named FaZe shit. I was like, bro, you want to be FaZe, so that's whack, nigga. You suck. We was clowning niggas for being FaZe. You stopped seeing niggas be fake FaZe. Nobody was fake FaZe anymore. Like the allure to it was gone. And then as I got into my adulthood, it's like, bro, who cares? Like, who was checking for that, bro? In all honesty, I don't give a fuck if you can quick scope. That shit don't matter to me, bro. Call of Duty whack, you whack. Now what? So I really don't understand why them niggas was in FaZe to begin with. They had niggas who didn't even play Call of Duty. They had 2K niggas saying they was in FaZe. Like, Blackboy Max, why is that nigga even in that? What did you gain from that, bro? It can't be that. It couldn't have been worth it. It seems like they just taking money from me. But I digress. I have no real care or need about what niggas got in their pockets and who they paying it to, or what FaZe Banks got going on with his girlfriend, or if he's saying nigga or not, or where he get all his fitted caps from and how many he has. I'm sure we'll get the update on how many fitted caps he has by the end of the week. It seems like a lot of stuff is coming out, so stay tuned for that. I feel like it's like I want to say he got like 13. That's what I want to say. I also want to say he might be balding. I want to see the top of that nigga cranium one time. I'm not saying he is balding, but I would like to see just to make sure for myself, because I've never seen the top of that nigga's head. He always got a hat on or he'd be looking like this to keep the shit away from the camera. And then on to my final point. I talked about it before. It just bothers me so that I feel like I need to say it again. You niggas need to start asking your agent whose stream you're going on. From now on, I'm putting it in effect. If I see you on N3ON stream, I'm no longer side-eyeing you. I'm staring at you with my eyes wide open. I'm burning a hole in you with my pupils. I'm looking at you. I don't know when it happened because I don't watch this nigga streams. I just happen to be so unfortunate that when I'm scrolling on TikTok or IG, every now and then I see a clip and I see who's on there. I saw Gilbert Arenas on there, and at first I thought, man, Unc just don't got internet. But then I was like, no, that nigga got like 8 podcasts. He do got internet actually. You know what I'm saying? He is actually tapped in. I saw that nigga playing 2K on stream. He know how to do that. Do he be watching NBA games on the PS5? Yeah, he does. He should stop that. But he has internet and he should know what stream he's going on. Mind you, it wasn't that long ago that compilation of N3ON being violently racist was being spread around. It didn't happen that long ago. That was in recent years. He wasn't a young man. He was the man he is today. He just stopped doing it because he actually started making a little bit of money. You know what I'm saying? So the trick is to be as racist as possible until the dollars start flowing in and then stop. So now you have plausible deniability. So that when people say, hey, that dude's racist, your fans who are dick eaters could be like, no, he's not racist, bro. It was a different time, bro. It wasn't a different time. That was modern era. That was like an iPhone away that he did that on, bro. That's not that long ago, man. I don't know. It wasn't in black and white film, man. The shit was in 4K. All of it. He was being violently racist, like bad. It's not just like saying the N-word here and there, no harm, no foul. No, he was wildin', bro. I urge you, go look up N3ON racist compilation. It's probably more than one video. That's the crazy part. But yeah, no, I'm gonna start staring at you niggas and looking at you very hard and very deeply, pause, if I catch you niggas on N3ON stream. It's too much now. It's too much. I'm losing my mind. I see Iggy Azalea on there, and from her, it was never a side eye. It was Cyclops beams when I saw Iggy Azalea on there. Cause I was already side-eyeing Iggy Azalea. I already had my suspicions. My fucking Metal Gear Solid exclamation question mark was above my head. Like I was like, I don't know about her. And then, you know, I started twerking with the bucket of chicken on her ass. She had a black scent, you know. And then she had a baby by Playboy Cardi, which confirmed everything for me. And then I saw her on N3ON stream and I thought to myself, oh, okay, yeah, I see what's going on here. But yeah, man, that's all I got for today, man. Thank everybody for coming through and liking the live. We are about to do Monday Is Yours. We still stream now, right? Yeah. We still gonna be on stream. We just switching over to Monday Is Yours. It's gonna be live on the Patreon and the clips are gonna be on your social media of choice. Yeah. Happy New Year's. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Monday Is Yours, where I answer everybody's questions and we get to fighting live in front of 3 billion people and the millions and millions of fans at home. Let's get right into it. Happy New Year's, Daddy. Any resolutions? I'm going to find out who you are. That's my resolution. I'm going to get you. I'm going to find out who you are and you're going to have to answer for your crimes. The next was, we bombed Venezuela, nigga. Absolutely we did. And that shit, like, is not hitting the news like that, bro. I'm going to be so honest with you. Like, I woke up, saw that shit, scratched my eyes, and goddamn, we on some crazy shit right now. Mind you, we are just now entering year 2. Like freshly. This is the first week of year 2, so be ready for that. Nothing is getting better. Next question is, canceling somebody so hard, bro. Like MPJ just dropped 35 last night. Yo, listen, you can socially outlaw MPJ. He's still ending that possession. Like, once the rock gets swung to him, the ball is going up and it's probably going in. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it don't really matter if we like, oh, MPJ a dumbass. Okay, that dumbass got a ratchet, though. You know? So, yeah, it's whatever, bro. He always gonna be here, bro. That's why I cancel it, not real. Next question is, Fat Joe on Def Jam 5 in New York gave me PTSD I'll never live down. To this day, I hate that nigga on my screen. Yo, listen, I had Fight for New York when I was a kid. I was in elementary school, bro. And Fat Joe is the reason my mom took my PlayStation out of my room. And I've had a grudge against that nigga for my entire life. So I got to, you know, the fight where you gotta fight Fat Joe after he beat up Method Man, and you like, yo, I'm about to beat up Fat Joe. He walk out, take a look at My Life Is Playing. This song has been etched into my brain on some real life trauma shit because I had to listen to it 1,000,000 times. I had the shit on hard, bro. Pause. I had the game on hard, bro. He kept whooping my ass. The nigga was blocking his punches with his stomach. And he hit that, oh yeah, you knew it was over. Once that fat motherfucker got his hands on you, bro, it was game over, dog. He throwing me against the fence, rubbing my face in the fence. He beating me up, and he keeps saying the same shit every time he beat me. I can't remember what he said anymore, but it just became something. I started crying in my room. I was crying. I threw the controller. I'm so lucky the shit unplugged as I threw it, because if that shit would have took the PlayStation with it, boy, oh boy. My mom said, hey, you know how black parents do when they don't feel like getting up. They hit the, hey, one time, and you be like, let me chill out. And then I was like, man, I'm gonna beat this shit. I don't give a fuck. I got this nigga down to his red health. It said danger. I just needed to do my fucking move. I've never seen a nigga in a game. I went blazing and he beat me up. I was like, what the fuck is this? How? Bro, I'm supposed to be in my fucking finisher move. Bro, I was so fucking mad. Fuck Fat Joe in the game. I don't really care too much about that nigga in real life. But I just want to let you know, man, take a look at my life. If you play that shit, I tense up a little bit. Once I hear that dun 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 dun, I look real quick, you know, it's like I was a Liam Neeson shit. Next question is Trick Williams is what the WWE is missing. I repeat, Trick Williams is what the WWE is missing. Yo, I think Javon Evans is what the WWE is missing. No disrespect to my nigga Trick. I like Trick, but that boy Javon's something else, bro. Also, Obafemi. That boy Obafemi is something else too. I don't know. I want to see Trick in a mainline feud just to see like how good can he really be, because I feel like Trick is like in the ring is like a mirror of his opponent. If you put that nigga with a trash nigga, he gonna have a trash match. But if you put that nigga with somebody fire, they multiply. The match gonna be nuts. You know what I'm saying? But if you put him in the ring with like fucking, I don't know, some mid-card ass nigga like Otis, match ain't gonna be too much. No disrespect, Otis. Next question is Diddy's son is coming out with a documentary. Give you 3 guesses what streaming service is gonna be on. I pray not Revolt. What? Zeus. Zeus, I'm telling y'all, bro, quote me on this. Zeus is a psyop perpetrated by the US government to undermine the black community. They are using Zeus like they used crack in the 80s, bro. I'm trying to tell you niggas, Zeus is not helping us, bro. And I watch the shows, don't get me wrong, I'm addicted. I've always said that I can understand becoming a crackhead, because if you don't know how bad crack, you know, if you've never seen a crackhead, you can't know how bad crack is. You know what I'm saying? At the time, it's like, yo, this shit fire. This shit getting you high, bro. We turned up over here. Yeah, let me do some crack, man. Let me do a little bit of that crack, bro. But now I see the consequences. I see them niggas on the street. They ain't got no teeths. You know what I'm saying? They selling niggas TVs and shit. And I understand. I'm like, oh, okay. I probably shouldn't do crack. Just like I know I shouldn't do meth, because I see them white people wilding, and you know what I'm saying? I watch Breaking Bad. It's a bunch of shows about why crack is bad. It wasn't that many shows saying crack is bad. So I understand. And that's how I look at Zeus, right? I'm sure in 20 years, we're gonna see what happens to niggas who was watching Zeus. I'm gonna be one of them. You know what I'm saying? I've lost it. There's no more, what happened to, like real reality TV is over. There's no more Flavor of Love where shit is like, it was unbelievable, you know? Now it's like, you can look at that shit, you can think, oh man, did they really believe that? It's a doubt now, you know? But yeah, nah. Yeah, Zeus is drugs, man. Shout out to Anna too. Yo, Anna, let me stop. Damn, I'm sorry, Kai, the game is cruel. Yeah, I saw him and his girl like broke up, and then I saw a bunch of rumors, and I don't really know how true it is of like her breaking up with him for NBA YoungBoy. Like it just sounded, it was one of them outlandish things where I was just like, I don't know about all that, bro. But that nigga was like, I'm never getting another relationship again. How old is Kai? Like 25? It's pretty late for you to have that revelation. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's like some shit you'd like say when you like 16. Like when you 16 and you're like your first jump, and excuse me if I got some real fuckers in here and they had mad bitches when they was fucking 13, 14, whatever the fuck. But you know when you 16 and your first jump like do you dirt bad, and you like, yo, fuck bitches, bro. I'm never doing this shit again. You can't have that at 25. Like that's really late, bro. Next one, Stephon Diggs and his brother did what? I honestly, I don't want nothing to do with Stephon Diggs, bro. I don't even want to talk about that nigga because he just always got some shit going on. At first, I was like, man, I need to rescue Cardi B. At this point, I don't want to get near the nigga. So, like, she's good where she at right now because he choking people. He, like, allegedly, I don't know what's going on with that one. They keep saying the nigga gay. Like, I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know, bro. The Patriots look as good as they've ever looked, and he just on some bullshit. So, no more Stephon Diggs for me. That's bad juju. That nigga got it. Somebody cursed that young man. And then on to the comments. Virginia City Legend says, can I share it, DM, please? Yo, I want Instagram to formally investigate these niggas. They are hacking accounts. They have account it's too many different, it's a different account every week, bro. They're hacking niggas. Can we please have someone look into this? Instagram, Mark Zuckerberg, look into that. Finer ARP says, U100, yo, shout out to you. The Real Shaquem, I think that's how you say it. Really long comment, but yeah, he was basically one of the people, he didn't say anything crazy last week, so I didn't have anything crazy to say. It was pretty respect. We just disagreed on things, and that's fine. But yeah, shout out to him, bro. Dance for Bathroom says 100 emoji. I started watching the special. It was mildly funny. Then he got into the comedy festival and then with the trans jokes, and I just turned it off. David's kind of obsessed with trans people. Get some new material. You can't say that shit every special, man. Chizits says the movement to the right is exhausting for many reasons, but chiefly how contradictory and inconsistent it is. They actually do not care. Like, they straight up don't care. Like, they, at any moment, they will contradict the last thing they just said or did. They don't care. As long as it fits what they're currently saying, who gives a fuck? Them niggas they wildin'. Interweb Trev says, here's my surprise face. It's Oprah Winfrey being not that surprised. Seeing Pure BS says, you win this time, fuck nigga. Yeah. Coffee Creamer says, every artist Nicki collaborated with, don't fuck with her no matter, she's the problem. Yeah, if the world's saying you crazy, and I come outside and I'm like, what y'all saying? They go, she crazy. And it's like 100 niggas saying, I'm just gonna believe them. I'm like, yeah, you right. Jaden Beer says, OKC now making the finals again. If the Spurs have a good playoff run, they meet is raps. Yeah, the Spurs are their kryptonite, bro. They, like, Lou Dort gonna have to do something crazy to Victor Wembanyama, bro. Like, NBA changing. They gonna have to change rules for what Lou Dort do to that nigga, yo. He gonna catch that nigga in the alley. Rashay says, I'm convinced that the dudes with the blue check marks are trying their damnedest to get into the good graces of Dave Chappelle. I'm telling you, bro. Shout out to my homie TJ. I'm telling you, bro. I sat there and I watched Crank Lucas make a fool of himself in them comments, bro. In the most respectful way possible. I saw this nigga like look like a real idiot, bro. And it brought me, I sat there and I was like, damn, this is Crank Lucas. Let me go look at his account. Mad followers, big account, bro. And I started scrolling through his reels because I used to watch this nigga skits. This nigga was funny at a time. He was a man in his day, you know, not today. But I went through his account and I saw him like, damn, this nigga don't really do nothing no more, bro. Like, this nigga like just uploading other people's shit with his face on it. And then sometimes his face not even on it. He just uploading other people's shit. I said, damn, you seen Space Jam when Charles Barkley was at the park after he got his talent stolen? And they say, yo, you Charles Barkley. Yo, play basketball with us. And Charles was like, hell yeah, I'll play basketball with some kids. I maybe can't play in the NBA anymore because my talent got stolen, but I'll play basketball with some kids. And they was ripping his shit. And they said, man, you ain't the real Charles Barkley. You're some big ass bitch. That's how I felt, bro. Looking at this nigga's account, I was like, damn, this nigga, like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This nigga, he looked crazy in these comments. He's telling this nigga, I had good day, sir. Nigga, what? Like, he's completely skirted past all meaning. I'm talking about the Riyadh Comedy Festival. He talking about the special. We was two different places. He was arguing with nobody. He was arguing with a real straw man. Like, he was wilding, bro. But anytime niggas brought it to him, he said something that had nothing. Like, bro, the nigga said Saudi Arabia, that's blood money. The nigga said, how can you say he ruined his legacy off a special you didn't watch? That's not what that nigga just said to you. You understand? He went right and you went left. Y'all went two different directions. Did you even watch what I said? You didn't. You niggas, bro. I lost my mind. Did you know that they're actively supporting a genocide in Africa? Mr. Crank, he didn't know, bro. Oh man, I didn't mean to go on a tangent, bro. But that nigga, that shit, bro. I'm reading that shit. And that's not just him. That's the most niggas. But Crank was one of them niggas where I was like, I used to watch that nigga shit. I had one of his songs like saved on my shit, and everything. I fucked with that nigga, but watching that shit, man, that was bad. David Harrah says, upsetting the equilibrium I see. I love Dave Chappelle, but you, my friend, are absolutely correct in what you said, and I appreciate perspective. Yo, that's what I'm saying. Nowhere, I mean, I might have said it, but nowhere do I say I hate Dave Chappelle. I watched Dave. I love the Chappelle show. I love his specials up until that point. I even liked the first Netflix special. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool to be a fan. If you can't be critical of somebody you're a fan of, do you know what that makes you? A dick rider. You know that, right? When you can't critique something you like, you're dick riding it. That's when the dick riding starts. Everything after that is mega dick riding, but that's where it begins. That's the origin of dick riding. Regina, yeah, I don't know. Says, you broke this down like a fraction. Hell yeah. No improper fraction. Big G says, although Nicki got me fucked up right now, there were a lot of non-truths here. Yo, listen, that's what I'm gonna do, man. I'm sorry to tell you. Like, I've been such a non-fan. Right now is the best time for me to sneak some falsehoods in there. I've been waiting on this moment. When you've been hating a nigga so long, when they shit start to go straight 90 degrees down, you gotta slip the falsehoods in there, bro. Ink and Bio says, clapping much shout out to you, Ink and Bio. Dirty H2O says, I've been gave up on Nicki after that whole weird situation with Safari and knew about Trump hating back in the NBA is right. Wimby, Giannis, Windmill, Duncan, I'm here for it. I don't know about Triple H. Damn, that nigga replied to everything. Shout out to that nigga. Everything you said, I agree. You the GOAT. Shout out Dirty H2O. Bondi Blue says, I felt this. Shout out to you, bro. Sportsy says, I fuck with the FJZ beat on every point made. You gotta let niggas know. Shout out to Erica says, he will never know any of you. He never will. Like, no matter how hard they try. Alex says, Dave Chappelle hasn't been funny since I was in high school. Doing tricks on it for him is just telling yourself, you got to be able to be, you got to critique your favorites, bro. You can't let them niggas do whatever. Also, apparently Dave got a calm $6 million for that Riyadh gig, so there's that. I mean, it's just greed. My local animation says, I live in Yellow Springs, Ohio, where Dave lives. People are very divided on him here. Yeah, isn't he like aggressively buying up land there and like terrorizing where he live at? Like, he's like so I mean, I know what I would call him, you know? Dave Chappelle threatened the city council taking his money out of the town for trying to build affordable housing. Yeah, Steph Curry did that too. Dave became, when he was running from the beginning, Senpai Scotty. Absolutely, he sold out. Heavy Dirty Soul says, thanks for keeping it 100. I have the same smoke for Bill Burr doing this too. Bill Burr doing the Riyadh Comedy Festival. I've never seen niggas shoot his like reputation like down like that in one swoop. And then his response to people criticizing him for it has just been maniacal. Like, he's lost his mind, bro. He's talking about catching niggas in the street, all types of stuff. And it's like, bro, you was criticizing people for taking blood money, and then you took blood money. If you would have just came home and been like, yeah, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? At that point, yeah, you could criticize you, but she didn't know. You know what I'm saying? You came home and like defended it and was like ready to get to action on niggas for criticizing you about it. It's like, damn, Bill Burr. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, you always gonna be who you are. You know, you're not really act like you got money too. So Creative Spices, what's the difference between that treatment of people and the treatment of black people in America? I mean, listen, my biggest takeaway from all these comments and all this stuff was like, I feel like if you're gonna fight oppression, you have to fight it. You can't pick and choose when you want to fight it. Niggas was telling me that you a black man criticizing another black man. Absolutely, you have to do that. You know what I'm saying? If you're not gonna police your own, who is? You gonna let niggas do whatever? This nigga is not one of us. I hope you know that. Like, I hope everyone knows that Dave Chappelle is not one of us. That nigga has been rich forever. He just got paid $6 million in blood money. That nigga is not one of us, bro. He's actually the enemy. I'm being so dead ass, bro.
Also, like, you touched on it before, but I feel like it's important to touch on it again. The key point is that the government paid them.
Yeah,
it's not
the people. Which that's their favorite argument, is that why are you condemning everyone? No, I'm not. If they crowdsource the bread for that to do it, go, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's not them. They're using you the government is using you to whitewash what they've done. Not whitewash, but wash their image of what they've done. Sadate all day says, jokes on you. I didn't put a picture of myself. I was one of the ones who disagree without being rude. Shout out to you, bro. And that's perfectly fine. I love niggas challenging me, bro. But yeah, if you was wilding, you was wilding. Base Beaver says, you cleared them all. Keep telling the truth, King. And all day, every day. Poxy Lip says, the audio in your original video is gone. They censoring me, bro. They want to stop me. They want to get rid of me, bro. They want to kill me, bro. Liz Barlow says, you just got to follow for me. Hey, shout out to Liz Barlow, man. Really the GOAT. Jeff Smith, the mailman, says, IG is as deep as a puddle. It might be more shallow than that. Glorp, the wang says, love to see her post getting more attention. Deadass, one of the funniest people on the internet. Shout out to Glorp, that nigga really is one of the GOATs, man. I love that comment. I ain't gonna lie, that shit charged me up, seeing like you might not think I didn't see that or I didn't think nothing of it, but when I saw that comment, that really did charge me up, bro, because I remember you was commenting like a long ass time ago. So to see you still here, you the GOAT, man. Shout out to Glorp, the Mr. Thomas 70 says, hells yeah, think you covered all the bullet points. I was trying to, bro. I was shooting from the hip. Valley says, Monday is ours, and they got this search junk. Woo! I'd be the yeah, I'm sorry. Shout out to Valley, man. Valley OG, triple OG, super soldier, man. Been here day one. We fuck with Valley so hard. Besides, the truth is Dave Chappelle is the American centrist final boss. Really though, like bro, you know what? I erased it from my mind that he brought Elon Musk out on stage and then called niggas poor for like not fucking with him. I erased that from my mind, but I mean, think about that, my niggas. Like, let that one spin in your head for a little bit.
Or he went on Rogan.
I mean, going on Rogan, I excuse it to an extent, but not really, because all of those niggas in the Rogan verse, all pussy, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I will fight all of them niggas, and I think they're all not funny. I think just like Kill Tony, I think them niggas are just mean. I really don't think there's much of a joke there besides laughing at niggas being racist, which I guess they in Texas, where else can you do it? Jordy says, you're right, you had me weak. Shout out to Jordy. Car Gar says, what is there to meat ride though? I agree with you, but for the meat seekers, Buddy is genuinely not funny anymore, hasn't been funny in 20 years. I don't know what they riding for either. Ishmael Brown says, you weren't wrong, bro. Dave's becoming insufferable. He has a MAGA fan base now and he's loving it. That's why his jokes have become terrible. Yeah, he just played both sides, which is like detrimental. Like that's why like in all honesty, he like a MAGA fan base, they're there and they're not really there. You know what I'm saying? He's just centrist enough to where it's gonna probably be more right-wing niggas fucking with him than left. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Two Rappers and Jamal said these are best clips last. Shout out to Two Rappers and Jamal. Sports says I remember when niggas actually had some passable qualifications. They down bad reaching for the bottom of the barrel. Now the irony of DEI that they sell against. I'm telling you, bro, like they really will just like if they like, man, give us a black person. Like we don't care who. We don't care what they did. We don't care who. As long as they come over here and they say make America great again, we need them. That's what we need right there. Simone No Raven says her turning her back on her biggest supporters to bootleg is crazy. Keep calling yourself a barb is the same as being a red hat. Yeah, like no bigotry here, right? But when I say barb, like let's fast forward back a little bit, right? When I say barb, I'm not gonna lie, you know who you picturing. You know what I'm saying? Like those were her fans. They were her biggest fans and she don't even like them. She said, fuck y'all, man. Y'all are endangering the kids. I know who it is really. If you inception me and you go into the deepest recesses of my mind, you will find the truth and know that I know who is damaging the kids is none other than my husband and brother. That's really what she got going on. But everything else is when you go in her brain is trans and gay people. She got to make sure that these are the first enemies, because when you dig deep and you really figure it out and you get in there, you know in her heart of hearts, she knows that her husband is a criminal and her brother. And P says, bro, you got me out here adding words to my vocabulary. Hey, listen, bro, we getting educated. A year ago, Republicans more than likely used their example how bad role models have gotten for our young girls. Yeah, that is a good, you know what? Dude the clown, that is a great ass fucking point. They was listening to Nicki Minaj shit like, I don't think we should let our kids listen to this. This is a bad one. Like I guarantee you they was on that. And now that she has gotten on there with Erica Kirk, AKA the My Husband Got Shot and I Have Fireworks Now podcast, they turning up. They turning up. Thomas Timo Towns says, this is a comically evil government we are witnessing on par with One Piece villains. Like this shit is bad, bro. Like they really did drop a big bomb on a nigga. Like this shit is crazy. Mesa Albany says, Bill was in that motherfucker every weekend. Bill was like, bro, Bill... That nigga bought the Ultra Pass. That nigga was in that bitch. It was like, you ain't gonna walk in there and say, give me the huge. Like, that shit is crazy. J-Rock says, why are so many of your videos muted? Bro, when they find out a nigga speaking that shit, when they find out a nigga can't be swayed in his actions and morals, you know what they do? They silence him, bro. When they know a nigga speaking from the gut and the heart, stand up, no angle, 90 degrees. They say, damn, we gotta turn this nigga voice off, man. You seen it time and time again. They pull Nick Cannon off there. Yo, they want you to listen to Dave Blunt's, man. They want you flaccid, pause. They want you easy to I can't think of the word, son. Docile, man. They want you docile, bro. They want you to be a sitting dog, bro. They don't want you to hear me, man, because it's a war going on outside, dog. You listen to me, bro, you might get radicalized. You might turn up and want to do something to a nigga, man. But yeah, no, I don't know. They be muting me. Flaccid is crazy. All right, man. This has been Monday Is Yours. I have been Big Hallelujah. I don't know who I might be later, but I have been him. And I appreciate everybody for coming through, asking questions, leaving comments, man. The show goes because y'all show up and y'all show out. Shout out to E, shout out to Valley, shout out to my nigga Glorb, I see you out there. Shout out to the mailman, shout out to goddamn Delta gift cards, my nigga Alien, shout out to my nigga TJ, goddamn Elite. I don't know who else. If I'm forgetting you, it's not because I don't fuck with you. I just didn't remember at this exact moment. But shout out to you, man. Shout out to my nigga damn, I lied. I didn't remember either. I fuck with y'all, man. I'm gonna see y'all next week. If you're watching this on Patreon, you a real one and you are 100% the coolest nigga I may know. If you're watching this through the clips, you are still a real nigga. Don't get it twisted. But just know, you know what I'm saying? Niggas hanging off a cliff and, you know, a nigga tell me, I'm subscribed to your Patreon. He might get pulled up first. I don't know, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all next week, man. Y'all be safe.